check this out. This has to be my favorite Washburn N4 Nuno Bettencourt signature ever. And it has to do with the wear that is on this guitar. Look at that. I'm going to just kind of try to get some of the shots and some of the details on this thing. Look at that. This thing is unbelievably relic. Look where it's worn down into the wood there. This is very similar to the 901 that I had and a couple other guitars that I've had where the wood grain wears differently. The harder part kind of remains and the softer part wears away. And this is just from years of playing. And look at that. All right, now we're going to get to the secret sauce here. Check this out. Look how worn that is, and it is deeply grooved in there. This little divot right here is so deep that it almost goes through the control cavity. You can kind of feel how thin it is there. So yeah, gonna have to be careful with that. But yeah, this thing has been gigged. It has been played. Now, this thing started its life off as a 2012 Washburn N4 Vintage. So some of this black stuff here, if you've ever seen a Washburn Vintage, they are very lightly reliced. Probably some of this black stuff here might have been rubbed on it, but most of the time they've only got a couple little spots rubbed on them. And the pickup is screwed in from the back. We'll take a look at that here in a second. So this is a 2012, so it's got that Davies 2.0 set up. It does have the little skateboard ramp here on the side. Most of the Stevens Extended Cutaway sticker had fallen off, so I just removed the rest of it. I have a couple of those coming from a connection. You guys could probably guess who. And some friends at Washburn are looking into it for me as well. But yeah, check out the Bird's Eye Maple. This guitar did have some fret wear. I had to have my guy polish and crown and go through and do a really good fret job on it. I noticed it does have some dust on it. Let's try to get that off of that there. So yeah, it also had a Seymour Duncan JB in the bridge that the previous owner had in there, and it did have this 59 in there, but it wasn't even wired up. The guy that I got this from likes to play with the JB straight to the volume knob, and he doesn't use a neck pickup. This is the second guitar that I've got from the guy. If you guys go back and check out my previous video on the gold N4 Relic, that was his guitar as well. This one was the #1 guitar that he had, and I guess he's getting out of it, and he's wanted to sell it, so I got it from him. He did do the D-Tuna mod. Even that is relic. This guitar has just got so much mojo, it's unreal. It plays so good. It sounds really good. Really good ebony fretboard. So let's flip it over and get a view of the back. It's even cooler than the front. Check out the back. Look at the buckle rash on this thing. It's thinner on the back because of how much wood is missing. Look how much wood's just missing out of this thing, especially right here. It's just chewed off. Look at that. See if you can get a good look at that. Look how much wood's missing off of there. And a lot of this wear right here, like this dirt here, is all stuff from him. That's not from, like that right there. That's not from being a vintage. Like I said, a vintage normally just has a couple little dirty spots they put on it. That's not from the factory there. So yeah, Stevens Extended Cutaway, really nice bird's eye maple neck on this one. And there's the headstock. It is a 2012. So let's go down here. Look at the dirt in this thing. See, it is just really dirty, especially right up in here. Look at that. Really awesome wear. Just the coolest relic that I've ever had. And this is a real relic job. All right, so let's concentrate on this. You can see where the screw holes were for the bridge pickup. It just has the normal mounting ring on it now. and the screws on the front instead of through the back like Nuno's original. It does have a big brass block on it, a few tone springs, and a trim stop. The trim stop and the big block were already on it when I got it. And I think this is a brass claw. It doesn't look like a normal N4 claw. So I had an extra set of the red springs, so I went ahead and put those on there. But yeah, so this guy, he played it he bought it in 2012 and just stopped playing it. So really 12 years of hard gigging wear on this guitar. And this is the kind I like. This is one that's been played for real. It's not one of these authentics that's just really fake looking. This is a real Relic job that somebody really did out in the natural world, gigging every night. And yeah, look at this. I'm gonna see if I can get a shot of this real quick where it's worn down this grain here. It's really cool. And you can actually feel the grain on it. All those pick marks are just so cool. Yeah, so I got this one from the same guy that I got the gold Relic from. I don't have the gold Relic anymore. A friend of mine who's a really big collector who's got a lot of guitars from me. He really wanted that guitar, and I had another one that I wanted to sell him that I wasn't too fond of, so he was nice enough to take both of them. Right now I've got 5 Nuno guitars. So this is the main one. This one's kind of the favorite. Also got the Paduk I got recently, which is just one of the best playing sounding guitars I've ever picked up. And I also have what I call the Mojo, which is that parts guitar with the Honduras mahogany body and the rosewood fretboard. That guitar plays and sounds amazing. And those are kind of my main 3 right now. Good news for some N4 hunters and owners out there. I am officially getting out of hunting for these guitars. And this is the one. The other ones that I have, I'm 100% happy with. And I'm going to give some other guys some chances to buy some really rare, cool guitars instead of me snatching them up all the time. So you will see me kind of laying back on that now. I ain't going to lie to you. If I'm perusing through, Guitar Center's website or eBay or something, and I see a Davies for something ridiculous, or I see something that warrants me kind of coming out of retirement, I'm probably going to get it. But until then, I'm kind of done with it. I'm just too busy during the day to deal with it and to be looking all the time. So, and I don't like live on there or like some people think I'm on all these sites. I really just look on like 2 or 3 of them, and literally probably about 2 or 3 times a day. So like I said, I don't live on them, but I'm officially out of that game. Because this guitar right here, it's like I told a buddy of mine the other day, I'm not going to find one cooler than this. This is the coolest N4 that I've ever owned next to the 901. I've owned a lot of Davies, and this is right up there with that. It's just got that certain wear and that cool factor. So yeah, I'm not really hunting for guitars. Not going to lie. There is a Davies out there that a buddy of mine is holding for me that I will have here in a couple months. Other than that, that is going to be pretty much the collection for the time being. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this video. Check, even the sticker is worn on it. And this is the original sticker that came on it. And I don't know if you can really see where that's worn down, but yeah, it's down in the wood. Check that out. It kind of goes around the volume knob, which is so crazy. And let's just kind of go ahead and scan it up here. Did put a new switch in it. The old switch was just worn out. The input jack was worn out. So there is going to be a reel that I'm going to put on here that's just going to have some pictures of this guitar that are, got a little bit of a filter on them just so you can kind of get a better look at the wear. But Yeah, Davies 2.0, 2012, gigged guitar, been gigged for 12 years. Still got some fret life on it. Luckily, these things come with big frets, so even if you have to get a fret job on it, you got plenty of frets left. And the guitar plays and sounds like it's brand new. It just looks like it's been through a war, and I love that. So thank you guys so much for tuning in on this one. We'll see you next time. You probably won't be seeing these as frequently. Like I said, I'm kind of getting out of the business of buying and flipping and dealing with N4s. But like I said, if I do get one that is worthy of keeping, I'm definitely going to grab it. Hope you guys have a good one. We'll see you. Thank you.